Sooty and Sweep. Oh, my Lord. He's been featuring very heavily in my drum shows this last 2 weeks because Sooty's always been on my drum kit since 1988. He's been somewhere. Now he's up front in all his glory. He's the supreme commander of the Final Frontier Tour. In fact, he's the boss. Now, in 1988, it's hilarious, this, but I get a phone call from my manager, and I'm in my house in Muswell Hill, and he phones up. No, Nicky! I said, yeah. You're sitting down? I said, yes. No, he said, I've just had the bloody BBC on the phone. Or the ITV, I can't remember which one it was now. I think it was BBC. And he goes, oh, he said, I've had a phone call. I can't do the accent, I won't do it. He said, I had a phone call. He said, they've asked me to ask you if you'd be prepared to do the Sooty show, right? I went, you what? I said, Rod, you're having a laugh. And that's hence why he obviously asked me if I was sitting down, because I would have fallen over. I mean, you would have knocked me over with a puff of wind. And out of all the things in the world I would never have expected my manager to say was, you want to do the Sooty show. Because of the heavy metal vibe, the image of Iron Maiden being this hard, massive rock band, you know. Even then, we were very popular. And I went, "You're having a laugh, aren't you?" He said, "No," he said, "I think because my son, my eldest boy, is 28 now, and he was 5, and he said, think of this." He said, "Kudos for your lad when he goes to school, isn't it?" He said, "My dad was on the Sooty show." He said he'd be the hero of the school. So this is how he sold it to me. And I thought, oh, he's got a point there. So I said, all right. So now the deal was this. I had to go to the studios in Teddington, I think it was. So it might have been the ITV anyway. I don't know who was the broadcaster anyway. So I go up there. I took my boy with me. So we get in there. I met Matthew Corbett, and all the puppets are all out there.
Matthew had taken over.
His dad had gone. Yeah, so Matthew was dealing with him. And so the idea was there was a local talent competition and the drummer got sick, so could I stand in? And I said, no problem. And that's how it was. That was the basic premise of the story. And we did the talent competition. Obviously, we won, and we all got to pay £1 each and all this and whatever. Well, while they're filming it, you know, I don't know if you've seen the set of the Sooty show. I mean, they have these incredibly handmade toys. You can't buy them in the toy shop. You can't even get them in Hamleys, right, or Harrods. These cars and these toys are specially made for the show, right, and they're stunning. So there's my boy. Matthew's up doing his bit with Sooty, Stu and Butch, you know, God knows who else, you know. And all you could hear is, oh, don't do that. No, you can't. Always just run him over, mate. You know, and this is my boy having in his own little dream world on another set. So the whole producer comes and says, what's all the noise down there? Will you stop that kid from making all that noise? So Matt, he said, Nick, you think you can have a word with your boy? So I took him out by his ear, right? And I said, what do you think you're doing? What? I said, you can't be playing with it till they're filming, son. I said, it's like the Sooty show. Why aren't you watching Sooty and all Sweep? Oh, I don't want to. I want to play with the fire engine and all the toys over there. I said, you're going to have to leave. And, of course, he started a right old bubble. Now, we're in the doors to the studio. You know, one opens and you shut it and then you... So we had to get him chaperoned out of the studio, sit in the old commissary while we did the rest of the show. And we had a drum battle, me and Sooty, and I lost.
Oh, you lost it because he used to play?
He was pretty sharp, I tell you.
Well, that's one of Andy's heroes, isn't
it? So, now the story gets better from here. We were on a British tour, on the Seventh Son tour. And we get up to Glasgow, and I'm not sure what the show was up there, what gig we were doing. I don't know if it was the Apollo then or not. Oh, I can't remember. But we're in the backstage, right, getting ready. And all we hear is Sooty, 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 instead of Maiden, mate, right? So Harry's going, what's going on out there? I said, let's go and have a listen. So we go to the side of the stage and there's like 5,000 drunk Scotsmen shouting out Sooty, right? Which was fair enough. Now I asked myself, how come there's 5,000 Scotsmen, right, that were sitting at home at 3:30 in the afternoon when Sooty was aired? Because you didn't have video recorders. I mean, maybe you had, but I mean, nobody give a toot, did they? Maybe they did. Oh, Nick's on the Sooty show, let's VHS it. Right? Didn't have any of that Tebow stuff going on. So we looked at one and said, how come there were so many people shouting out Sooty then? Well, anyway, so we go on stage, about 200 Sooties get thrown up on stage. The odd sweep, a couple of butches, and a few Soos. Hundreds of Sooties. So then it was like, well, I'll put Sooty on my drum kit. It used to have Animal on it, right, because I loved Animal from the Muppets. And so therefore that's where Sooty's at. He's the supreme commander. Actually, he's Eddie's best mate.